It's something to talk about with Dr. Fight, Briana Marrae, and Elle. A weekly roundup of current events and what's happening in our world.
Me, if you will, to Exodus chapter 14, verse number 15. It says, "And the Lord said to Moses, Wherefore criest thou unto me? Speak unto the children of Israel that they go forward." And I want to let you know this week in an inspirational way that what's in front of you is greater than what's coming after you, behind you. You have to understand that God has prepared and planned something ahead of you that's greater than what's behind you. You got to go forward. In other words, stay dedicated to your destiny. Don't get distracted by things around you. Go forward. The children of Israel has a Red Sea in front of them, mountains beside them, and an army behind them. But you got to keep on looking forward. You got to keep on pressing towards what's in front of you, because the enemy wants to distract you by things around you. But you got to just keep your focus on what God has said to you. He said your future is greater than your past. He says he's going to make you the head and not the tail, above and not beneath, a lender and not a borrower. So don't let the enemy's attacks of your past, don't let the enemy's attacks of what he has for you. Let me pray for you. Gracious God, dear Lord, thank you so much that I'm praying today that you slow life down, speed blessings up, spread happiness around the world. Let the Spirit show out. Keep Satan down. Let me press forward towards my future. And thank you for giving me of my past. And oh, by the way, I will not let other people hold my past over my head. Amen. See you next week.
Amen. All right, you guys, welcome to Something to Talk About. I'm Elle, that's Briana, and that's Dr. Fight. Dr. Fight is not here today. He is on Revival Week, so hopefully we'll see him back next week. All those who are Revival, good for you. Good for you. And keep God first in everything that you do. Now, let's get started with some of our conversation for this evening. Earlier today, it was announced that we all found out that Malcolm Jamal Warner, a.k.a. Theo, a.k.a. a lot of people from multiple shows, he passed away on Saturday. Was it Saturday or today? It was Saturday, I believe.
No, Sunday.
On Sunday. He was in Costa Rica on a family vacation, and he was apparently out swimming and got caught in a very heavy current and ended up drowning. So today, at this moment, we're going to send our condolences to his wife, his daughter, his mother, and all of his friends and close family, and all his wonderful fans, and I am one of them. Let's give a little look back at Malcolm Jamal Warner. This is one of my favorite scenes from, we all know him and remember him from The Cosby Show. That's where he began his television career, his acting career. So let's take a look back at 1984.
Have a regular life. If you weren't a doctor, I wouldn't love you less because you're my dad. And so, instead of acting disappointed because I'm not like you, maybe you can just accept who I am and love me anyway because I'm your son.
Theo?
Yeah, yes. Okay, so that was Malcolm Jamal Warner in the pilot episode of The Cosby Show back in 1984. Mm-hmm. Now, some of us are old enough to remember that when it happened in real time. So, and I'm one of those people. And I remember when there was so many, the premiere, the previews, so much hype around a all-black ensemble coming to television on NBC, and an educated family didn't come from the ghetto, because for years there was always shows like Good Times that people always look fondly at. When we love Good Times, don't get it wrong, we love that show. Most some other black shows, there was the Different Strokes. So I think some of those they all came before. With Different Strokes and the Cosby Show were kind of like out of the same. Well, Different Strokes is out first, but it lasted up until the Cosby Show debuted. Anyway, I remember that scene, and when they talked about, I just want to be a regular person. I don't want to be. He said, I want to be a doctor, a lawyer, like you, a mom. I just want to be a regular person. So, in other words, stop picking on me about my grades. Just let me be. He said lines. He said those lines like so many kids like us back in the day was like, because it's something about you in high school and you're competing about what you're going to do as a career and things of that nature. And so to say, I always want to be a regular person, that didn't fly with as Dr. Huxtable did, and it didn't fly in my household. Just so you know, no, you must try. And so we remember fondly those memories from Malcolm Jamal Warner. Like I said, I'm also appeared on 911, one of my other favorite shows. He did Malcolm and Eddie. I loved him and Malcolm and Eddie. And Brianna was just like, that's when he came into himself. He started when he was looking really good then.
He had the hair and he had like the smile, and he was like, okay.
And that voice. It's like he grew into that voice.
Yeah.
So yeah, Malcolm and Eddie was really great. And then I forgot you mentioned another show he did with Tracy Ellis Ross.
Read Between the
Lines. And
she did a really nice tribute to him. Read Between the Lines. Then he did the Resident.
It needs to be a little more.
No, it doesn't. That's how you feel.
Whatever.
Then he did The Resident. That was like one of his later shows, The Resident. Then his last one, he had The Accused. And then he had Alerts Missing Person, or that might all be the same show. I have no.
Yeah, that was a little confusing.
Yeah.
But either way, whenever you watched him on camera, and he always commanded the room, so you always knew he was there, and you paid attention when he acted. So many people, I think they lose that when they get in front of the screen. Something about when you walk in front of that camera and you want to captivate that audience's attention, and he did that. And that's what you call good acting. When that person's in front of the camera and you're holding their attention, you are an actor. If you're a so-called, don't come at me like that, but I'm going to say some rappers. They actually go do the training and they go through all that and they do the work, and so you can tell the difference. But people like the Uncle Tom that's now doing the fried chicken from the Cadillac commercial, yeah, no. And I'm talking about the dog person. But I'm not gonna muddle Malcolm Jamal Warner, because that was like bags of apples versus big grapefruit, But anyway, we send our condolences to him. I enjoy watching him now. We're not going to get to see any current, but you can always catch episodes of the Cosby Show on TV1. Mm-hmm. So they don't want to put it on some of the other channels. TV1, I'm sure all the cast has something amazing to say. Debbie Allen did a wonderful tribute because she worked with him for a minute. Felicia Ayers Allen, I'm sure that she's going to come out with something, but I'm almost positive that she's heartbroken. Right. Yeah. And so you got to wait for the cast to kind of catch their breath, and then they'll come out.
Yeah, because I don't think any of them have said anything.
Because they're in shock.
Yeah, they're in shock.
They're in shock. Yeah.
Like we all are. Because and then somebody told me, and I was like, huh?
Yeah, because Brianna called me. I was like, what? I don't see anything. And then it started trickling in from some of the other sources. And I was like, yes, he did. Yeah, that was. Yeah.
I just knew that was a joke. I'm like, oh, y'all joke.
Because after when I said they lying, I said always putting up lying. They always lying stuff on Facebook. So.
It was almost like when Matthew Perry died.
Yeah,
he drowned too. And it was he did. He drowned. And it was like, wait, what? It was like you're reading it and you're like, wow.
Yeah, so I'm sure tributes will be pouring in for him for a while, like they did for Matthew Perry, because that was another shocker too. Matthew Perry. All my favorite people.
My Facebook page has been flooded
with.
I was like,
Every time I turn around on Facebook, yes, there's another one up there about him. But yeah, they're like you want to say the first family, of like for Black people on a national stage. And then here's the thing: it just wasn't Black people who watched the Cosby Show. It was people of all races that watched the Cosby Show. I'm sure you can ask. Of course, you can ask some Black people what was their favorite episode. You can ask a Hispanic person. You can ask a white person. You can ask an Asian person, and anyone can say everybody has some particular episode of the Cosby Show that they love. Because it came on in guest star, there were Hispanic people that came on. There were Asian people that came on who may have done an episode of the Cosby Show. So it was a truly a iconic show for everyone. So all of the Cosby Show family. I'm sure people might not say, but I'm sure that Bill Cosby is devastated because for him that Theo character was created from his son Ennis. And if you know the story, Cosby had 4 daughters and had the one son, and that's where that dynamic, that creation of the Cosby Show came from, was the 4 girls and the one son. Mm-hmm. And so for him, I'm probably sure that it feels like the loss of another son for Bill Cosby. So no matter what you think of him as a personal, what he did personally, that's another loss for him, as a son for him. So huge loss for the acting community, huge loss. And when he was, and I'm inclined to say that because Bill Cosby was a big jazz aficionado, so maybe some of that crossed over to Malcolm Jamal. But yeah, so we send our thoughts and prayers, but we celebrate his life, and that's what we do. We celebrate his life and his accomplishments, and yes. And so his daughter's 8 years of age. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. So that was a big one for today. So, yeah. Anything else? Mm-hmm. Okay. So now let's get into, because we're going to continue to celebrate his life and his legacy. But let's get into some of this other nonsensical stuff.
Do we have to?
Yeah, I think Briana, if you guys follow me anywhere, you got to keep watching it because when you see me hashtagging certain things, keep watching the hashtags because they're going to mean something. By the end of the summer, they're going to mean something, and I'll be able to tell you more about that. So keep tuning in and keep watching my hashtags. Like, what does she mean by that? Check it out. All right, and coming up by the end of the show, I'm going to show you guys we got the next edition of Brain Magazine coming out. Hot Boy Summer. Can you pull up the image for me?
Oh, really?
Okay, I got it. It's summer, but I'll show that to you guys later. So you can start.
Yeah, no.
So you can start getting your orders in for the next edition of the summer edition of Brain Magazine. It's the Hot Boy Summer, and so now I'm gonna have to add this tribute in there to Malcolm Jamal Warner. But because it's a Hot Boy Summer, let's go talk about some of this.
No.
So CBS. HGTV, what's his name? My host from Late Night with Stephen Colbert and Jimmy Kimmel and some of the other ones. They are teaming up because they said they are teaming up because they are going to be some explosive shows coming up in the fall. Because as you guys know, the huge notice came down last Thursday or Friday that they were canceling. Colbert, Late Night with Stephen Colbert. And people are asking the question, is it because CBS paid Trump $16 million, or is it other reasons why? And they said they're not going to just replace it. It's not going to be about replacing Colbert. It's about putting that entire show to rest. Now, here was my thought. My thought is that they're going to come up with another late night show, and it's probably going to be a failure because no matter what, late night with so and so that's a brand, and we all know about brands in this day and age. So you're going to have to create an entire new brand, an entire new following of people, and that's a lot of work. And I don't know if CBS is going to put in the type of money that's required to do that. When you already had late night with David Letterman, then it transferred to Colbert. So I don't know if you're going to get that kind of that kind of show back again. But anyway, so now they're teaming up because they're pissed. Because and Jimmy Kimmel was like, what the fuck? I mean, not my words. He was like, what the fuck is this?
No, he said F.
Well, pretty much whatever.
Too.
Yeah, okay. Because he was like, what? So they're teaming up anyway. So we're thinking, we're going to have a conversation. We're thinking that he might go back to Comedy Central. But no, he not, because Comedy Central, they're going to unearth a whole lot of cash to get him now. And I don't think that's going to happen. But he's going to go to some network, and they're going to offer him a whole bunch of cash. And CBS, you're just going to be ass out of luck. Let me pick about what you, CBS. You all have been one of my favorite networks throughout my adulthood. But what you have done, first of all, if you have caved into Donald Trump, my first question will be, what the fuck for? Okay. What the fuck for? And pardon my French, for those who don't like it, take it. What the fuck for and why? Why?
And more importantly, no, it's not that. This is what we call karma. You know what this is called karma. This has nothing to do with Donald Trump because he got his own coming. He got his own.
That's for damn sure.
Oh Lord, I almost. You see this? You see it's almost feel bad for you. Then you open your mouth and that all goes down. Well, I know. And that goes shut the head.
I can't tell.
I said almost. You see that? Almost. But I think you're a piece of crap anyway. Anyway, this is karma. You know why this is karma for CBS? Because y'all did Let's Move As Dirty. Let's ain't do no more way any other high power white executive, if you want to put it out there like that did. Y'all fired the man. You took his job from him. And ever since then, y'all been paying hand over foot. And then you know why he did that? You took his wife off the talk.
Yeah, they did. Julie Chen.
Yeah, you took his wife off the talk. So Sean has Big Brother, and she goes by Julie Chen movies. This is karma. Y'all did Less Dirty, and your network ain't been shit since then. Yeah, I mean you had all kind of good shows, good content. What is this crap y'all got coming this fall? You ain't watching. You see the previews of what's coming on this fall. Crap, garbage.
And CBS, you all should be very careful because you're
trash.
Because your morning shows are in third place, and for a while you all had come up in the ratings, so you all had kind of knocked like Good Morning America or NBC, you had kind of like knocked them down a little bit. Now, not so much.
Trash.
Not so much.
That's not for trash. This stuff they got coming to fall is garbage.
Well, then let's give them a chance because let's go. They have. What's my girl? She's on PBS at NBC. Matlock.
She don't come on to during in November.
Okay, so CBS, and then you have Exiles. SWAT Exiles coming back with Shamar Moore. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm trying to name them.
You got the Neighborhood for final season.
That's true. Stupid. That's stupid. Yep.
Then you got some show called DMV.
Yeah, that looks like, remember that store, Superstore or something? That was some dumb shit. Yeah. Okay. That was some dumb
stuff. You got Survivor for its 50th cycle for the little crud. And why in the world is Survivor coming on September? Everything else comes on in October. Survivor comes on September 24th. Do you know how long ago I stopped watching Survivor?
Ooh, I can't remember the last person that I liked that I watched Survivor.
I think I was a freshman in high school. I'm way past that. I think it was like Survivor 15 or some crap. Like, who's there watching Survivor? You have NCIS Origins. You have no FBI because you canceled both of them.
What did you say? FBI is coming back.
International.
Oh, international FBI. Oh, okay.
They canceled the original FBI, and then FBI think Most Wanted.
I never even caught on until FBI Most Wanted.
Pretty good, but they canceled. See, the problem with CBS, y'all keep trying to do everything over international. You know, in NCIS Sydney, you got Boston Blue, which is a spinoff of Blue Bloods. You got.
I may watch because Donnie Wahlberg, so I may watch that.
Then you're doing Fire Country spinoff Sheriff Country.
I mean, now the Sheriff Country thing, couldn't you have done a better name for that? Now I love Fire Country. I will admit, I love Fire Country. I'm a fan of that show. But the Sheriff Country, I don't know about. Anyway, the fact of the matter is, here's the thing. Tracker is on CBS, right?
Okay.
I love Tracker.
But out of all the shows we named, you only got about 3 or 4 you want to actually watch.
Well, and you know what? And furthermore, let me just say this. I just thought about this as we were speaking. It's also very white. So where is that? Besides the neighborhood that's coming back in October, right? Coming in October. Besides that, there's no diversity there. And no matter what people may want to think, diversity is not a black right. It's not a black thing, and it's not a their thing. No matter what people want to think, people have taken the word and they have reworked the word diversity, just so it doesn't seem to be so glaring in your eyes. I don't understand what the problem is. But see, when I thought about CBS, there's shows that I like. Okay, yeah, Shamar Moore there. So there's a little bit of that, but okay. Then you have NBC used to be known as the Negro Broadcasting Company back in the day, just so we're clear, the nickname. Because you had, of course, the Cosby Show. We're talking about that and the passing of Malcolm Jamal Warner. But you had a whole lot of black folks on NBC back in the late 80s and the 90s. A lot of people of color on NBC. ABC has never had that many people of color shows, so it's ABC.
But CBS always been a little white to me. I mean, CBS they never really.
Because
no, they have no white.
I've always liked CBS. I've always been a fan.
That's not the issue. The issue is you got all these shows that's been on way too long.
I mean, I can't deal with the NCIS original and the NCIS. NCIS has been on hella too long.
Right. I mean, come on. I told you the karma of less movies. Y'all did less dirty. Let's say it came out. And said nothing against CBS.
And he really had. Well, this it's probably he has a clause in probably.
He know too karma. He said, I ain't got to say nothing.
As long as Les was in charge of at CBS,
you had decent content.
You had absolute fantastic content, which is what made me stay and start liking CBS, because there's this year CBS, that is a great show, and plus you had a spinoff that was going with one of the sons, not Marty, the other one, which was
both of them.
So now you put those on the back burner, But this also because too, CBS and Paramount is being bought with Sky, whoever the Sky Company is, whatever the hell it is. Okay, but you all need to get, first of all, when y'all had, who was the black chick that was running CBS for a minute?
Dungy.
Yeah, Dungy. You all had great content on there, and it was the rate. You all were up in the ratings, and she didn't deal with any BS. Okay, she didn't deal with any BS. So then you all get rid of the black people who are in higher positions. Then you do this fallback thing. You think you fall back on what was working for you. Well, guess what? The world does not look the same anymore. So you're gonna have to be a little more colorful in your vision. And that goes for all the networks, but especially for CBS. But the fact that you all canceled Jimmy, what's my boy name? Colbert, absolutely insane, absolutely insanity. And they said the reason is because it was not cost effective. It cost too much money to continue to produce marketing and people buying ads, whatever on television. That stuff costs buku dollars, and people are paying money because they want their spot, their commercials, out there. So what you gonna put? What the hell's gonna happen on late night? What could come on? Because they come in at 11 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
So what's gonna come on 11 o'clock on CBS?
What, 10:30?
Or 10:30? I don't know, but don't worry about it, because Colbert is like they did Joy Reid, and they got rid of Joy Reid off of MSNBC. Joy Reid is now creating her own followers. The woman already have like over 1 million followers. She hasn't been fired off for like 6 months, and she is being followed and being carried by so many other people. It's unbelievable. Now, my next thing and then HGTV, we've had this discussion as well. Now, HGTV, some of the shows were a bit repetitive. Really not dissected. So the last two to get the boot was the Flipping El Musa and Christina on the Coast. along with the other ones. What
Christina on the coast should have been canceled.
Yeah, I saw like the first year of the first season. I was like, what is this? And then they had the nerve to give her a spinoff called Christina in the Country. That was complete garbage. Okay,
Trash.
okay, that's what I said, trash. So canceling them and then flipping our mooses, but not like it was when Tarek and Christina first came on and did Flip or Flop.
Her voice was annoying.
Who? Christina's or the new wife?
The new wife.
It really is. Yeah.
And I'm trying, but she annoys me. The new wife, I don't think she necessarily needy. She just, her voice is, whoa.
And to be honest, some of y'all white women voices are annoying.
And I don't know.
It's not a racial thing.
I don't know if it's because
my voice might be annoying to some. So, okay.
I don't know if it's that. I think it's the simple fact that Tarek kind of gives her free reign with the money.
And he was always on Christina's butt about spending money. Right. But you got to remember though, when they first came on, they were just like coming out of like bankruptcy and bull crap like that.
I get that, but as they became more and more successful, he still was tight with the purse strings.
Well, Christina has said that now.
So that's all I'm saying. As like you kind of give the new wife whatever she wants, and
but is that not typical of a man? You know the first wife who's been there with you, who's down there in the gutter building up with you, all that stuff, making sure this bill got paid. They don't get the shine first, or they don't get to reap all of the benefits that they have, because then they take that money and they move it to someone else. See if you can stream from over now for me. Try it and see. So they move it to the other. So therefore, but now they still have another show. What's the other show? What's the other they got? What are they going to be working with against Tarek?
The flip off.
The flip off. So the flip off. So HGTV has ordered more episodes of that. The flip off. And I like that. So you're going to have, I think, the ex-wife is going to be working against the husband. So Christina and
the wife, the ex-wife and the wife. You mean?
Yeah. I said the wives. Okay, whatever.
You said the ex-wives.
Okay, well, maybe I put somebody in the universe. I don't know. So the current wife and the ex-wife,
Tarek ain't gonna divorce her,
will be working against Tarek, which they need to, because Tarek is out. But I keep in mind, I love Tarek, but Tarek is a little arrogant, and what he does. I mean, so I'm looking for the women to actually humble him a little bit when they kick his butt, during the thing. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. So that was still there. Who else? They got rid of Izzy. And I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't interested in Izzy. It was kind of repetitive. And but now Married to Real Estate with Edith Sherrod and her husband, that, as I found out the reason, because they're up for an Emmy. So they got canceled on HGTV, and then they got nominated for an Emmy. Yeah, right, exactly. So you know what? That means take your Emmy and run with it. So that'll catapult you into doing something else. So they got the boot. The other singer, he got what's running, huh? He's running, huh? Yeah. So the other one, what's the other one with the other boy?
Jonathan Knight.
Yeah, okay. So he got the boot too. My other Evan and what's it called?
Bargain
Block, they got the boot. One of Ty's shows got the boot. And then the other show comes on tonight where they're talking about these at the beach, whatever. When he already had that show. So I get, because there was a whole lot of renovation shows going on.
They're trying to cut down the overhead
on HGTV. So I get cutting the overhead, cutting some things down. I get that. But what I don't get is that you still should owe your fans an explanation. See, the head of HGTV has not come out and said one word. And to be honest, when you depend on viewership, you need to give an explanation as to what you're doing. Now, as clever as we like to think we are, Briana, I don't think that I think theirs has very little to do with the race. At first I was like, look, I was doing the side eye. I was like, now HGTV, I've been rocking with you all for a long time. I started doing the side eye, and then when I took my personal feelings out of it, and I'm looking at somebody else's post and said, well, there was how much remodeling and could we watch? Yeah, but now the one that about that was Nicole Curtis. Why? Why?
You want to talk about train wreck? Now the problem I have is, now this is my problem. You canceled Egypt and Mike, and you kept the teen mom. That's my only issue.
And now you want to talk about a voice that bugs the hell out of me? Her. Chelsea, whatever her last name is, her voice annoys the hell out of me.
Cole, why are you doing so?
Oh my gosh.
She's very whiny. You know, I could almost see why the ex doesn't deal with her. Yeah, in turn, you don't deal with the daughter, which is messed up. But
that's true, right.
To an extent, I get it, because to have to deal with that every day. See, that right there. See, people, that right there is a PSA for protection.
Oh, for using the condom.
Yes, birth control. Find any form of it, use it, because when you don't, you end up with a baby with somebody.
I think he signed off.
The right, because her husband adopted.
Right, so he was not in that child's life for years.
I'm just saying. Now he's different, but some they try to do the right thing, but you end up with a crazy chick.
Right, that you can't stand. Like what's that, Gary and Amber? Ooh, Lord.
Right.
Ooh, Amber
got 2 kids. And they got custody of either one of them.
Did she got 2 or 3?
She got 2, because she got a.
Well, at least she stopped having them.
Please.
At least she stopped having them. Okay.
Please.
So yeah.
But I'm just saying, people, when you go, just wrap it up, because you might end up with the cray person. Now you're stuck for 18 years.
So HGTV, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt, but you also got Scott McGilvray. What his name is? McGilvray, and his voice is hella annoying. Oh my God! When he's talking,
I like there are levels to this annoying voice.
Yes, because it's like him, and then Chelsea. Those two, hella annoying, hella annoying.
And he's not really a good designer.
He's not. You know what? He's good at like the behind the walls, under the floor kind of person, putting the foundation in. But the whole design concept, and then I don't. And he was gone for a while. What did they bring him back to? He was gone for a minute. But the one that's really annoying me is the whole Curtis. I'm sorry, the whole Curtis girl. I can't get with that.
You brought her back after nervous breakdown.
Is that how she had nervous breakdown?
Yeah.
And then when she came back, then they said they're gonna say the rest of her take show they gonna say those to the fall or something. So I guess she was the one that hers come out because she was afraid that her shirt probably get chopped. Well, I got news for you, Nicole Curtis. It's probably gonna get chopped anyway because it's not interesting. Because the last time she was on there, it had evolved. The way people they build and they construct and all that stuff, it has changed since the last time she had a show on there. Hasn't it been at least like 6 years since she was on there or something? Mm-hmm. It's been a minute.
But
so that's not even interesting.
I ain't watched it with long before, and I definitely ain't gonna watch it.
I didn't watch it because she was in Detroit for a minute. Well, maybe that's why. Because maybe that's why they got rid of Evan and Barney Block. But I like them. I like them. But y'all got rid of them. You got rid because they had the black girl. I'm the one who always like to call out the race thing or whatever. But when I see stuff, I have to say stuff.
Like my point was like, okay, you got to the white people eventually, and you cancel some of their stuff. But my whole thing, why you gotta do black people first? I feel some type of way.
What she do white people first?
I'm not saying. I'm just saying, if you're gonna cancel and you knew you were gonna cancel those shows anyway, just have a one, statement. We're canceling these shows effective immediately, and go that route.
Because what the hell was with the with he is right. It's with the spinoffs from what's the show? Because David Kimball said somebody. He told him, he said, "Fuck you," and fuck Sheldon, and something else he said.
Oh, and the Big Bang Theory.
And the Big Bang Theory. Yeah. Y'all, I'm just repeating what was said.
Jimmy Kimmel had F-bomb central.
Yes, he didn't have a meltdown. He melted up. I'm just gonna say.
He said everybody he could think of.
Yes.
I was like, what you want?
Because I couldn't get into Young Sheldon, even after the Big Bang Theory, and I like the Big Bang Theory, and I watched it. But Young Sheldon, and then what's the marriage? Our first marriage. What the hell is that?
So that's the brother. That's Sheldon's older brother that got the older chick pregnant. So they going through as they deal with life with the baby and being married and things like that.
I know, but it's just okay.
I mean,
right? It's not interesting. I mean, it's really not. I'm just gonna be honest. It's not interesting to me, so I don't watch it. But good luck with that situation. I mean, so it's going to be. This is why I say a hot boy summer, because you have you have the networks fighting, and most of the networks are run by the boys, the white boys, and so so you see Jimmy Kimmel and they all fired up and they're fighting. It is literally what I call a hot boy summer. You got the bull. I'm gonna be honest with you. You got the bullshit in Washington D.C. with the white boys, and that's straight up garbage. If ever, I don't even think they would take them in my garbage truck to come out once a week, because that's some bullshit in D.C. I call that some garbage. That's garbage. That's it's just a whole bunch. There's a whole bunch of bullshit.
Bullshit? That's what like your toddler learned that word for the first time. It's a video.
Oh my God, it really is. So
I mean, what's worse than bush? I mean, what else can you say it is?
What was the song? Dumb shit. Who sang that song?
Dumb shit, stupid shit.
It was dumb.
That was Harry's action.
Oh yeah, that was Harry. It's a dumb shit, right? And what we have in Washington D.C. is some dumb
and stupid.
It's dumb and stupid. That's why I said to I always, come teaching to students not to use the word stupid. I have had to take that back. I'm not in the classroom right now, but I would tell my son, don't use the word stupid because it's not nice. And so I'm not trying to be nice. When I reference anything in Washington, D.C., I'm not trying to be nice. So you all are a bunch of stupid, all caps, a bunch of stupid. But did you put the video up there when the man was talking about them? Remember that one? You got it. We watched it earlier when he was talking about them. The one man was talking about them in D.C., talking about Trump, the obese, this or that, so and so.
Oh, you ain't sent it to them.
I did. Look again.
No, you ain't. I don't have it because I tried to click on. I don't have it.
Man, that is I felt out watching that video.
You shared it. You never sent it to me.
Well, I sent it. I'm sorry, you all. So you all gotta go in my Instagram page or Facebook and find it because I shared it.
Yeah, because he said this old orange dead bitch.
He said obese ass
bitch. I'm like, Jesus.
Oh my God, he was giving him the blues, like I say so. So anyway, be on the lookout for the Hot Boy edition of Bree Magazine. I said Hot Boy Summer.
Oh, do you want to talk about Missy?
Oh,
the senator from Alaska, El Stupido.
Oh yeah, let's get into some political stuff. But first, let's go here. This right here. This is why I say some people are stupid, and I don't mean to pick on all you, some of you white people, because I don't be honest. I don't like to use that phrase, but I like a lot of white folks. We hang out and all this stuff like that.
Y'all got some real life.
Y'all got some real life of stupidos. Okay,
like
if you're gonna cheat, the rule of cheating is to stay hidden, not to be at a Coldplay concert where a big jumbotron is circulating around.
They put the kids.
Yes.
Incoming Andy Byron. Oh yeah, his wife, she put out a statement too.
Well, we'll talk about that. Let's run this video. This is some dumb shit right here.
Look, we're so happy.
Oh my God, the camera down. Where is that the video?
That ain't the video.
Where I got the video?
You didn't ask for the video. You sent me a picture.
I asked for the video. Anyway, this is.
Hopefully, everybody's seen that video 10 times. That video circulated like wildfire.
So this is before the jumbotron right here. To the left of me?
Yeah, that was before.
Yeah, this is before.
That's when it just hit them, and that's the oh my God.
And then this is when it hit them right here, and they was like, "Oh my God!" He ducked that. No, he ducked down and she turned her back. And then everybody. So you know what happened? People that were at work, or people who fought on me in social media, they recognized who they were, and they said, "Oh my God!" Because she worked in the human resources, and he was like he was really up there like a vice president or something of the company. Mm-hmm. And so he went on and he resigned. And they gladly took his resignation. Now, she probably trying to hold on to her job because she was working in human resources. So she probably trying to hold on to her job.
Well, she was a high level in human resources.
Yeah, well, okay. Now you on your knees on the jumbotron. Just saying. But how stupid can you be? This is a sign right here, is that you think that you're smarter than everybody else. That's what this is. Because you're at a Coldplay concert. That's what it is. And you're just up there. They all hugged up. And then he tried to make some sorry ass apology to his wife.
Oh, that was horrible.
Boy, you just should have left that alone and said, I'm going to let her curse me out, throw my stuff out the house, lock me out, lose my house. You know, she has to explain, you know, your kids are probably teenagers or in college. So they pissed off at you because now you didn't humiliate their mother. Because you're up here with her. And I'm almost positive that this little heifer has been in their house. And if they've had some kind of like barbecue or kind of like business event or whatever, I'm pretty sure you've been up in that woman's house, which would automatically require an ass kicking. Just my opinion.
What the wife mean business. That statement
well, what is the wife saying? Because
she about to take you to the cleaner.
And I'm sure you know it, so you might as well just give it to her and let the shit that out.
She said, this is what she did. She said, it has come to my attention, and apparently to the attention of half the internet, that my husband, Andrew Byron, has made certain choices, public ones under stadium lights, during a Coldplay concert, a venue not typically associated with infidelity, but here we are. She said, let me be perfectly clear. I'm not issuing this statement in defense nor in heartbreak. I am issuing it in power, in precision, in silk gloves, and sharpened wit.
Ooh.
She said, I will not be engaging in performative forgiveness, nor am I interested in the optics of grace.
Yeah. In other words, she said, it's gonna be downright dirty. Okay?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be nice. I'm not gonna be nice. I'm not gonna, like she said, I'm not gonna be nice, nasty for the camera or for public. I'm going to do what I want to do because you have publicly humiliated me. And I've always said this to a man: the last thing you want is a scorned woman, because a scorned woman will go set your ass on fire.
Yeah,
I'll be honest. And if you happen to have any money, she gonna burn it up too. I'm just gonna be honest.
Ass on fire.
Yeah. So but do you have it coming? Yes, sir. And after she get all she can from this, she gonna write a tell-all book and tell all your dirty ass secrets. So hold on, boo, because she's just getting started. Okay. Now what you should do is that you probably should beg for some forgiveness, but it's just when she mentioned the optics of it. Let's look at the photo. You up there all hugged up like this is your wife, and you all hugged up and smiling. That's when you talk about optics. And I'm like, but I'm your wife, and have you ever offered to take her to a Coldplay concert? Are you even warm with her like that and hugging her when you see your wife? But the woman that you cheating on with, you screwing around with, you like you in the love of your life, and then you come in and say he made a mistake. Biatch, this ain't no mistake. This picture, this is not a mistake.
No, but here's my
this is a choice.
But this is my thing. I didn't know what was happening when I first saw this. I'm like, what are people talking about? What is, I thought that was his wife,
Because the way they hugged up, that would appear, you would think that was his wife, right?
Right, yeah.
No.
And I'm like, oh, that's the mistress. Oh.
And she married, right?
Now that I don't know. I know he is.
Yeah.
Very married.
And that's what I was saying. When this picture right here is gonna be burned in her brains for the rest of her life. The wife, and so every time she tell the lawyer, "No, I don't want that. I want this," it's this picture that she's going to take with her until she gets a sufficient piece of your ass, your heart, and most of your money. Okay, that is the image that she's going to take with her every time she sit at the bargaining table, the divorce table. That's the picture.
Yeah.
So, dude, when you come up, you just might as well offer everything, but keep yourself 20% of what you got, because she's gonna take at least 80% of your ass. I'm just gonna be honest with you. And do you deserve it? Yep. And then some man gonna say, "Now, Elle, you wrong for saying that. Why would I be wrong for saying that? I'm gonna play it. Why would I be wrong for saying that?" Because Dr. Fight now he would say that. He was like, "Yeah, why you say that?" And I'm gonna say because
she get half.
Because excuse half, 70%, damn half, because I'm gonna get way more than 50% for my public humiliation.
Look, I will say this much.
Damn half.
Ask Tiger. You might want to contact Tiger Woods.
Yeah, that might be good.
Because Tiger, he gave her everything.
No. When somebody take something, it's not everything. It's everything.
She said he told the prenup, but you should have. Because you weren't faithful to that woman now one day.
No, one day.
From when y'all started dating.
And you just didn't have one night stands. Tiger had relationships.
It was a year over
let's
here.
Be clear.
6 months over here, and then you sit up,
2 or 3 years over here.
Right.
Yeah.
Then you sit up in the house trying to tell her and want her to understand. She understood all right. She took that golf club to your head. They said she saved his life. No, hell, she probably tried to end it.
Well, after he was trying to work for her, ran into that damn tree. Then yeah, she's like, oh, he almost killed him. So yeah, let me go help him out. Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're like, she just happened to have a golf club handy.
She-
Really?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. No.
Yeah, you might want to take a hit from Tiger.
So you, if you have not gotten your stuff from the house, don't worry about it. She already burned it up, sold it off, or whatever. So don't worry about it. It's all gone.
Tiger acts like she got a brand new house. Everything.
Tiger, she got all know how many millions and millions of dollars.
But that was public humiliation every day.
Yes.
Every day for
entire
about 2 months.
marriage. You cheated their entire marriage. You talking about Elon.
Damn, the marriage.
Yeah.
She cheated before the marriage.
He cheated before the marriage, during the engagement, during her pregnancy, the whole 9 yards. And how long were they carrying on an affair? It don't matter, because I'm gonna tell y'all something. When you got an image like this in a woman, and it's gonna live out there in perpetuity, it's out there. She has to deal with that for the rest of her life, and her children. They have to think, oh, that was my dad, and his. Oh my God, oh my God, that's horrible. Yeah. So am I gonna have any sympathy for you? No, it's just to say you were stupid. That's what I'm saying. So whose idea was to say I want to go see a Coldplay? Whose idea was it? Was it her idea? Or was it his? Because if it was her idea, he should have said, no, I can't do that one. No, I'm going to do that one. Because you know what? You know how I got out? Is that probably somebody from their company, probably was there at the concert too. And probably saw them. That's how this video probably got out. That's how they. Yeah. Come on, go get water. Yeah. You have popsicle. That's how I probably got out.
I have a drink. I want a popsicle and a drink.
There you go, Brianna. This is the little one. If you he said he needs him popsicle and a drink. Okay, go get it.
Come on.
So just so you men are beware, if you're gonna men and women, if you're going to cheat, the least you can do is be smart about it. This is like, because the other night over the weekend, Fatal Attraction came on, right? You know the original Fatal Attraction came on. And I said, watching. It was like about 1 o'clock in the morning. So I stayed up and I watched the whole thing. Now, he was dumb. But after the movie came out, people were like, men were like, they were not cheating, or they had got smarter with the whole cheating thing. Because she tortured the hell out of him. Now, in the movie Fatal Attraction, I almost felt sorry for the dude. I kind of empathize with him. But you know what? But the wife, see, here's another one. The wife went away for the weekend with the little girl, and he was supposed to be taking care of business. But yet still, you meet a woman, and you thought, well, because my wife was out of town, this would be a good time for me to cheat. Really? Well, what did that cheating cost him? It almost killed his wife. The little girl lost her pet rabbit. He was publicly humiliated. Because then the crazy woman ended up pregnant with his kid. So that was in the 80s, Fatal Attraction. This right here is what I call dumb attraction. This is dumb attraction. Okay. You all and then look at this was her. This was the side piece. This was her. Oh my God, they're putting this on the Jumbotron. Maybe if you had not made it so obvious that you didn't want to be on the Jumbotron, maybe it wouldn't have just maybe swept back and looked at her with her back being turned, or with him down. In order for the Jumbotron to do that, somebody paid the person who was operating that to say to sweep back around again, because then you caught her with her back and you caught him crotch down. So somebody paid them to sweep back around to get that other view again, because they was in true hiding. But this right here is just like, oh no, I'm on the Jumbotron. Yes, bitch, you are. You got busted. Cold. What's that? Yeah, cold busted. You got cold busted. He said, I almost run up on you and tried to flat back. What is it? But something last both of you. But yeah.
So rabbit tricks up for kids.
Yeah, what is because this right here,
Juice.
whoever was running the Jumbotron, they had the juice. They juiced the shit out of you all. I'm just saying,
Y'all.
yeah, stupid is and stupid is. And here's somebody. Well, here's somebody else. Now let's not. I'm not gonna call him stupid because I like this brother. Let's go to Shan. Let's go Shay. Let's go Shay.
Uncle
Shay. Okay, let me stop. Okay, Shannon Sharp. Shannon over the weekend settled with his ex teen or ex baby girlfriend. That's what I'm calling because what is she all 21?
She might be 23 now.
Girl, stop. Shannon. Nah.
Shannon, now you gonna follow Monique advice. Now you 57 now, Shannon.
No, he's not. Because he's a man. Because they never follow. They never take a woman's advice. No, he's not.
Yeah, but get you a woman your age.
It's a lot of beautiful women that's in their 50s that has it going on.
Right.
Got the good figures, got their own money, all that stuff like that. What you need? Why would you want somebody that your grandkids, your granddaughter's age? Because they older than your this babe is older than his kids.
No shit.
I mean his kids are older than her. Well, maybe he don't have no 20-some-year-old grandkids.
He just got the one that's the same age as Brett. Well, almost the same age as Brett.
Okay. But anyway, your kids, they wasn't in late 20s, maybe 30s or something.
Mm-hmm.
Shay. Boy, I want, she put on it today too. She's stepping down from OnlyFans. Well, bitch, yeah. Because he just paid you.
But you could. I swear. I'm trying to get with y'all white chicks.
So she making a statement. I'm stepping away from OnlyFans. Really? Well, I guess so. Because Shannon just put how many millions in your pocket? You trick. Come on. Yeah.
Well, at least I would say she did say they had a consensual relationship.
And a combative, mutually combative relationship.
Because she probably wanted.
She probably wanted Shannon to marry her ass. That's what it was. Shannon was like, no, you just something for me to do.
Shannon don't marry nobody. He ain't married his kid's mom.
He married the baby mama either. No. Oh, he's not the married man. Let's just be clear.
Shannon said, I ain't gonna marry you.
So what do we think Shannon probably put in her pocket? Shannon probably dropped to at least about $5 million.
I get 5 to 7.
Yeah, I was gonna say 5 or 6, but you said 5 to 7. So I'm gonna say 5 to 6.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
she ain't getting them on that.
Oh no. No.
Shannon, like take this, get this.
Take this or nothing. Right. Exactly.
Right.
And
then they got the lawyers to say we will dismiss this lawsuit with prejudice. So guess what? You can't bring it back up.
And they probably have they probably have a gag order too on both their parts that they both can't really go out and speak about it because Shannon said he is settled and I'm not speaking on it anymore. So in other words, nobody asking any more questions.
Right.
Now Shannon, if it was me and I said I'm gonna have to ask you some questions, so you just can't like stop on me because that is not gonna happen. But I get you want to get on back to what you do. But Shannon, look, let's give me a couple words of advice. Make sure that when you doing whoever you're doing, that your phone is not on the bed, that it's on power that bad boy off, not on mute, whatever. Turn that bad boy off. Okay? We don't need to hear any more of your moans, groans, your sexual antics. Because who was the last one? Oh, what's her name?
Michelle.
Oh, Michelle. I was like, oh, no.
Hey.
I don't. Shannon,
Shannon,
I don't need to hear any more of that.
Look, Shannon don't care. Shannon had 2 hip replacements. Don't stop him from getting busy.
I guess you got to make sure they still work. So, I mean, so Shannon got to get the young girls to give a workout and make sure the hips still working. I hear you, Shannon. I'm not mad at you. You know what? I am thrilled to death that you have settled this lawsuit because Shannon, I like you. I always liked you. But stop picking your babies at the crib.
Shannon stay in his lane. That's for one.
Well, yeah. But stop picking the chicks out the baby crib and they still dribbling with the beer. Okay, they still drinking out the sippy cup. Stop that.
Or they breath smell like Similac.
Then it's breast. Yeah. Stop that, Shannon.
You smell Similac on their breath. No.
I'm for her to come out there, I'm almost positive. And then when Shannon was out with Michelle, oh Michelle, whatever, that was Shannon's. When she found out that when that video came, that audio came out, that's when Homeskitter got mad. She got angry then because she probably thought she was the only one. Now I'm almost positive Shannon don't ever tell any chick that he go out with that they the only one. I'm almost positive that Shannon makes that abundantly clear.
Look, Shannon will tell you when he had got like his rookie deal when he first came into the league, and he went out with he had a date, and the girl said she was gonna get her a lobster.
Mm-mm.
And he said, "Well, if you get that lobster, you gonna give me some because we having sex tonight."
You see that's the wrong attitude to have. That's the wrong attitude to have. Now you are men, and that goes to all men. You cannot expect because you paying for a dinner for a woman, the expensive dinner for a woman that she gonna come across. It's not happening. It's not happening because first of all, when I go out with you, look, first of all, I demand something decent, something nice. That's the first thing. I demand. So if you don't even come to me with no like maybe like a 3-star restaurant, don't want that. Because I don't want a 3-star, but let me be clear, I can take myself to a 3-star, 4-star. I can do all of that. But since you guys taking me out, I expect you to do it. Okay? I expect you to do it now. But if you can't do it, that's cool. Then I can do it. But and then we're never gonna go half seas or whatever. We're never gonna go half. If anybody ever go on me and say we can split the bill, yeah. No. I tell you what. What's in this day? I'm gonna pay my bill. And I'm gonna leave you with yours. But after that, don't ever call me, talk to me, ever do any of that ever again.
I don't go half. I don't do Dutch.
No. I said no. If I didn't know in advance, if I only found out at the table, that's what you wanted to do. That's what I would say. Oh, I'm gonna pay for my meal. Then I got to get up out of here. But if we,
I ain't paying for nothing. I'm going to the bathroom and keep pushing to the door.
Oh no, because that might be bad karma. So I pay for mine, but you're gonna pay for your own. You're gonna pay for your own. Okay, what else we got?
Okay, we finally get to the video you got up there.
What's the video? Let me. We always have our IG. Let me see what IG love we got.
This is the video.
Okay, it's about white supremacy. This country elected a Klan leader in the White House, a white supremacist. He said, "You know what? I got you. Take off your white hoods. Put on your red hats so people can see your face and know what you really stand for. I'm going to tell you that it's okay to be a racist." So just to recap in this country, if you're white and you commit felonies and tax fraud, if you're so pathetically inept that you can't even keep your own marriage vows, if you steal from cancer charities, if you cause an insurrection which leaves us on January 6th, if you steal top secret documents, if you do all that, you get to be president because you're white. Hey, no one's perfect, Paul. Hey, really? Vote for a Democrat then. Not the evil libs. No. If you storm the Capitol and you're white, and you beat officers, and you're found guilty in a court of law through due process, you get pardoned by the Klan leader. Yes. Great America, right? Ahmaud Arbery, chased down by 3 U.S. citizens, white U.S. citizens, all because he's jogging. Hey, Paul, we're not racist. The hell we're not. The fuck we're not. Oh, the summer of love, Paul, because you need to be the white victim, don't you? Somehow you need to be the victim of everything. Do you know why that started, those protests? Because a white cop, a U.S. citizen, put his knee on a black man's neck. Very symbolic of America. While 3 U.S. citizen cops stood by and watched it happen. But you don't give a fuck about that, right? You want to talk about, the protest, because you don't want to deal with what this country actually is. It's racist and slave owners that owned human beings. It was designed in 1787 for 21-year-old white men. It said black people were 3/5 of a person. Couldn't drink from the same water fountain. Couldn't sit on the bus. Couldn't worship in the same church. Asians were in internment camps. Women were second-class citizens. They couldn't vote. They couldn't have no full divorce until the 1980s. Black people couldn't even vote until, the 60s? Every goddamn demographic in this country that doesn't look like me has had to fight just to be equal. So spare me your horse shit about, we're not racist. The fuck we're not. We've always been racist, and we refuse to deal with it for some damn reason. But if you're brown, and you've been here for 40 years and your green card expires, or your documentation's not complete, never committed a crime, never done a felony, never cheated on your wife, never led an insurrection, no tax fraud, no 34 felonies. If you're brown, we're going to grab you out of a church, out of your home, out of your place of business. We're going to zip tie your kids while you're crying. That's okay because you're not fucking white, right? That's what this is all about. It's about white supremacy. And the President of the United States, the Klan leader, said, take off your white hood. It's okay, Billy Bob, living in your trailer. Put on a red hat. Don't be ashamed of being a Klan owner, a Klan member. Don't be ashamed of being a racist, Billy Bob, Bobby. Don't be afraid. Be who you know you are. Because they don't want to let the white patriarchy go. We haven't said this. I can't be responsible for what people did before me, but I'll be goddamned if I'm not going to say what needs to be said every goddamn day. It doesn't matter if the Democrats or Republicans are in the White House. Until we deal with this shit as a country, our original sin, we will never, ever, ever break free of white supremacy. Have you looked at the Klan leader's cabinet? One black man, urban housing in his first term. Second term, one black man, urban housing. Wow, if that's not a racist dog whistle, what about the black people? Has dinner at his home with Nick Fuentes, a white nationalist. Question the birth of Barack Obama. Let's not even talk about the Central Park Five, but Paul, he's not racist. The fuck he isn't. But that's what you're attracted to, right? You just couldn't vote for the goddamn black woman. I didn't like her cackle. She was too happy. The reality is, his MAGA base was uncomfortable that a black man was sitting in the White House instead of picking their goddamn cotton. So they went back to what they know, the plantation owner. To make America white again. Wake up, America. This is the only way we're going to change this country. It has to be my goddamn demographic because we're the ones that created it. And I'll leave you with this. This is why my demographic, even though I didn't do it personally, needs to do it. Let's say I build a house. Okay? Let's say a black family moves in. Beautiful house. Over the course of time, it starts to get cracks in the ceiling and the floors, and the ceiling starts to crack, and the house is sinking. Is it up to the homeowner that just bought that house to fix it? No. It's up to me because I built the foundation of said house. Why should the homeowner have to fix up the mess? It's not black people's mess. It's my demographic. We need to tear out the foundation of this house, of this country, because it was founded on racism, and rebuild it to make it equal for everybody. And if you can't see that by now, then I don't know what to tell you. Then you're part of the problem. Maybe you should just go put your white hood back on. Like the ICE agents, who are too much of goddamn cowards. We must address white supremacy in this country. Hard stop. Have a good day.
All right. So, what do we think of that video?
He right.
He told the truth. He told the truth. And I said all the time to us, why are people so afraid to address the issue of racism? Yeah, because the first time you tell somebody they're racist, they say, "Oh no, I'm not. Oh no, I'm not." What the fuck? I mean, I'm here's a whole bunch of f-bombs. Why are you so afraid of to say, okay, you know, maybe you have some racist ideas or whatever?
And the phrase that kills me every time they
I have
say
black friends.
I'm not racist. How can I be racist? I have black friends. If you are not a racist, you would not open your mouth to say it. That is like the king phrase.
But okay, so let me play this card. Let me play this.
No.
But what has happened when we say, but I have many black white friends. So what's the difference in us saying that and them saying that? I'm playing advocate right now.
Who said that?
What black people say? Oh, they say you're race. You say, oh, but I know I'm not racist because I have lots of white friends or Hispanic friends or whatever.
That's the same way. I feel the same
You
way.
feel the same way?
Because why do you have to specify that you have black friend, white? Why do you have to specify race? It's just a friend. Call them by their name.
But I mean, you make a good point. You make a good point. But I'm saying, it's not like I have not said that before, and I have said that before. But when I've said it, but I'm like, well, many of my friends are some of my friends are white friends.
But there's an undertone to when you say stuff like that. Now I'm not saying you have that undertone, but there's like a tone of how you say it.
Okay.
Like it's almost like condescending. I used to work with a particular individual. She was of the Caucasian, and she was engaged to a black man.
Oh.
And what drove me, and this is what drove me crazy. Like she was driving me crazy. You know, yeah, my black fiance. You know, yeah, my fiance is black. And I just, me being me, I just asked the question. And I went this route. I said, do you love your fiance? And she said, of course I love him. I said, no. Do you love his personality? Like, is he kind? Is he decent?
Mm-hmm.
Or do you love the fact that he's black?
Mm-hmm.
Then she had to think about it. Then she started thinking because she's like, oh, maybe I do focus on that a little bit. You think?
And
everything out of your mouth is, he's black. He's this. Do you actually like him beyond the fact of his color?
That is a very good point because I will say to us that my choice of dates. You understand? But I don't go around saying, oh, I
only date this particular
person. That's not black. But I don't say them. I don't feel the need to because I do who the hell I want to. And I don't owe you any explanation for that.
But here's the thing: it was like she would always do when she was standing
around black people,
right?
As if that was gonna give her some kind of credibility or something,
right? And you think that's gonna get your daughter to say certain things? We say no,
right? Because and I
don't care less.
Well, no, that part is that even when you have friends of a different race and everybody, they have to be cognizant and say, you know what, I'm not, well, I'm going to tell you this story, but so and so said this is not coming from me.
Right.
I can appreciate that. My friends of different ethnicities, when anytime they tell a story, whatever, they always say, okay, now don't get mad when I say this. I said, this is not me saying that. Yeah, this is me saying that. So I respect that. So when they said, I was like, oh, okay, but you being my friend, you're not gonna sit, you're never gonna sit comfortably next to me and say, oh, the N word or this so and so. You're never gonna do that with me. But clarifying before you say something, I'm all good with that because I understand where you're coming from, where you're coming from about that. And so that's why I said too. So we don't talk about it extensively on this particular show, but on our podcast called Culture Wave. Our next episode, we're going to dig heavily into that. We're going to talk about that because I think that you have to start the conversation somewhere. Why are people so afraid? I think it's more white folks because as black people, we're not afraid to the topic of race because we live with it every day. But it's like, let me be clear.
And busted.
Right, and you only see things. You don't look to try to see how a black person feels, how a Hispanic person feels. You don't. It's just like whatever you feel or whatever you talk, whatever's put in you, you just believe that. You don't even go outside of the box and say, well, maybe let me take a look and see. Maybe this might be a little different. Maybe this other race because as you all can see, I'm black. There's no doubt about that. My mother's black. My father was black. My grandma was black. Well, they had some mixed up on too, but that's I digress. That isn't the point. I'm a black person, so I deal with. I'm a black person. I'm a woman of a particular size and a particular age. So you always have somebody staring at you, looking at you like you some kind of foreign concept. That is the rudest shit ever.
Or you're a novelty.
Right, exactly.
They look at you.
When you look at like, and I don't know if you teach your children at a young age to stare at people or that they look different. I don't know what goes on in the household, but you should really, as white people, you should really teach your children that it's not polite to to stare at people as if we're some kind of like now some kind of like from like Mars or somewhere.
Yeah.
No, I'm a human being just as you are. It's just that I'm more tan than you are. That's it. That's it. And probably a little more smart. Probably not a little, probably more smart or whatever. But okay, yeah, that part.
And that is a very rude thing is to stare.
And for your child to do that to me, that's coming from you. Because children are not born racist. They're
taught that.
Think about kids on the playground. Look at what brain goes on the playground, and they're just playing their kids. They don't even know if they black, white, whatever. They're just playing with each other. But when a child is like, and then they start to stare, where does that come from? That comes from home. That's because that comes from your children overhearing you saying something or having a conversation that they should not overhear, or you shouldn't be saying it in your home. Or maybe change your thought. I mean, like I said, I have been around people that has been dating black people, and you know, and the person might not be a decent person, and I made my share of comments, and I'm okay with that. And I'm okay with that. But you can comment about. I can make a comment on any race I want to, and it does not. It can be because I've had an experience.
No, but
that I've had an experience that led me to believe. If I don't like you, let me be clear to people.
But the stare,
right? If I don't like you, it's because of something you've done to me emotionally or maybe financially. I don't like you because of that. Now, if you hear me throw out a racial slur, it's because all of that I just said about it is encompassing the fact that you may be of a certain race. So in order for me to piss you off, yes. I probably do use that. But ain't no problem. What the hell I do?
But the stare, that's one for me.
Right, but to stare at you, or like you walk into a restaurant, you may be like a few black person walk in a restaurant, and you're like, well, why are you in here? You all had an attitude. The attitude, and you stare. Don't stare at me. Don't stare at me, because you know what? The same restaurants you can go into, the same stores you can walk into, whatever. I can do those things too. And so if you just to stare at someone, and it's ridiculous, and to have it's just the look that you get. It's just the look.
And then get offended
when you say, "What the fuck you looking at?"
That, but then like say if they come in, you know, a predominantly, you know, black area, and say they go, we're gonna say heroes, that kind of thing. That's like
okay.
But they come in, and then you look at them, then they get asked, "Why are you staring at me? Because you do it to us." I go and play places, and you know, I take my baby, we're walking around, and you stare, and then the kids stare. I'm gonna tell you right now, teach your children not to stare. And so what I do is I have Brayden, and the child staring at Brayden say hi. Hi. Then the kid they get scared, then they walk home. Stop staring at us like we're a novelty.
Or as we don't belong.
Right.
Because let me just run down a little bit.
I'm going anywhere I damn well please go.
Exactly. And I don't give a sweet Nellie's fat ass what the fat one in the White House say either. Okay. But then I said, when people want to say that you don't belong here in this country, some people don't belong, or some people you should be thankful that you're here. And fat ass in the Oval Office, fat stank ass in the office, or taco, whatever y'all want to call them. Your family came, they were complete immigrants. Okay. Somebody said that one of your parents was born here. I don't know if that's true. I thought they both were immigrants. I think both his grandparents, I think, came into El Salvador. But I digress. But let me go here. I'm a black woman. My mother's black. My daddy black. My grandmother on my daddy's side black. My grandmama on my mama's side black. My granddaddy on my mama's side black. My granddaddy on my grandfather's side, they black. My great grandmother, my grandmother was black. My great grandmother was black and white Native American. Her mother was white Native American. You know, so when you look at me and my family, there's some that's my color. There's some Brianna's color. There's some that has no color at all. But they're black. But we're all connected. We're all family. So the fact that some of my family came from a Native American, this is more of my land than some of yours.
Yeah, that would be yours.
Than yours. Just so we clear on that. Okay? Now, we love y'all. I've had a great show today. Dr. Fight missed that because we miss him, but he's doing a revival. And for some of you all don't know, black people don't. Some of y'all white people don't know that. How do we explain revival? Revival is usually like 5 days of the week, right? Where you go to church, and it's throughout the week, and you have different speakers, people that come in and they speak, and it's teaching you scripture, and you're being thankful, to God for all that.
I think it's a more intimate setting of sorts for studying the Bible. I guess you get to go through different.
Anyway, but you have more speakers there.
Right.
You have different speakers from different churches, and they always giving their thoughts on certain scriptures and however they choose to present. When they stand and they speak to you. But it's a beautiful thing. I've gone to a couple throughout my lifetime, and it's nice because you know what it does, especially during the weekday, it gets you through the rest of your week. And so since we kicked off this week with the loss of Malcolm Jamal Warner, our hearts are heavy, our thoughts and prayers are with the family, and I'm sending you all a huge hug to everyone who loved his work and loved him as an actor. We love you. We love you.
Bill Cosby just spoke, actually.
Oh, Bill Cosby just spoke? Well, let's see what Bill Cosby just said.
So, he came out and said he was the ultimate professional, and that what happened to Malcolm Jamal Warner is kind of giving him flat. What happened to his son?
I said that earlier.
Yeah.
I said that earlier. Yeah. So I did say that earlier.
So he issued a statement probably about 30 minutes ago.
Okay. I did say that at the start of the show. I said I'm sure Bill Cosby is having a moment because losing his son Ennis and then losing Malcolm, and like I said, the whole way that the Cosby Show was structured based from his family life. So I knew he was going to have a hard time with that. So yeah, and no matter what you think about Bill Cosby, anybody who's lost a child or you lost a loved one in general, people who have lost a loved one, you understand that pain. And so my heart goes to say, and I give everybody a big, huge hug. And to our sister station in KJLH, what's her name? Steele. Steele. Her entire radio show was dedicated to him. So good job, sister. We appreciate you all. Thank you all. And like I said, make sure you guys go to lbmedia.com. Wonderful products out there you guys can buy that have amazing. Some of them represent Brianna's, how she feels about certain things. Something represents me. Something represents Dr. Fight. You guys will enjoy them. And sometimes you can just hold up a cup and tell somebody, this is what I think about what you got to say. Because our mugs will say that for you. Our cups, mugs, whatever will say that for you. So go to lbmedia.com and put your order in there. And then get ready for the Hot Boy Summer magazine. It's definitely been a Hot Boy Summer. And since the what's coming up, what's the vote for it to keep the government funded through October, that's coming up when?
They got to figure out. No, they got 10 weeks.
Oh, it's coming up in October.
Yeah, they got 10 weeks.
Oh, okay.
From today. And the Democrats have pretty much said, shut it down.
And they're going to shut it down. And we're going to shut it down.
I say shut it down.
I say shut it down, too.
Every time he in there, he always shut the government down.
Right, because
every time.
If anybody watching our program, we all watch our program and go back and watch our shows, make no mistake about how we feel about Donald Trump. I think he is the stupidest, irrelevant, incompetent person that's ever sat in the Oval Office, and he smells to boot. Okay? He is the quintessential piece of shit. Okay?
I didn't know shit could be quintessential.
It is. That is the piece of dog shit that I've ever seen in my life.
Well, before we also wrap up, in sports, Chris Paul is returning for his 21st.
Why?
And likely last season.
Why? He told every time they go to the what's it called?
When he's with the Clippers, he's made the return to the Clippers.
Oh hell no!
He's because he wants to be close to his family. So this is going to be his 21st and likely his last season. He's going to retire after this upcoming season.
Okay.
When you look at it, though, it's crazy because Chris Paul is in his 21st season. LeBron is going into his 23rd season.
And he should have retired 22 at least 2 years ago.
Steph Curry is going into year 17. Russell Westbrook is going into year 18.
Girl clothes wear.
Kevin Durant is going into year 19.
Man, all these players are going to yeah.
Draymond Green is going into year 15. So you're starting to see that, like from that 2003, you're starting to slowly see that era come to an end in basketball.
And then it's gonna really, really suck.
Yeah, but yeah, Steph Curry came in at 20. He's now 37 and in his 17th season.
And when this new breed come in there, it's gonna suck you because they don't care anything except a dime or a dollar. And if you don't get your hand out your butts, the NBA is gonna be not. It's not gonna be around. I'm just saying. Some of you, first of all you owners of what's called it, stop paying these people so much money. That's the first problem.
Then you gotta break up the team.
Whatever. Then what you'll get is you'll get people who really want to be in the NBA, who really want to play. Exactly. Instead of padding their pockets up from the beginning, negatory. That's what amount you got to go to the things. Mine is negatory. That means huge no, hella no, no. All right.
Hell no to the power.
Hell no to power to the people.
On that note.
All right, you guys.
Peace out.
Peace out.
We give out the heart for the family of Malcolm Jamal Warner.
There you go. Yeah, the heart for Malcolm Jamal Warner. There you go. Right there. And make sure you guys tune in tomorrow because I have a special guest tomorrow. We got amazing guests coming up. Hold on real quick. We got another artist coming up tomorrow, one coming up the next week. And then on August, for first week of August, we got some old school artists. Who we got?
Surface.
So the group Surface. Only you
They're
can
back.
make me happy.
But this time y'all be able to see them. The
Y'all get
last
to see
time
them.
they were on.
Wait, last time nobody got to see them, right?
No, because they were on the phone.
Oh, yeah.
See how
we've grown. There you go. See how we have evolved. You're all I need in my life. That was the jam right there. But they had quite a few jams right there.
Peace out.
Peace out, y'all. Happy rest of the week. We miss you, Malcolm. Heart right there. All right. You're all I need in my life.